Bane has been seen 35 times. Again, this is all the regions, but it's been seen 35 times as far as being picked. Only has a 34% win percentage. So Bane is on the lower end. Not to say that's going to determine the outcome here, but I do think it's worth pointing out in terms of the success of the hero. So the lineup overall, though, very, very potent. A lot of damage potentially coming out, a lot of burst, also a lot of control from the side of Team Plus. So they got that going for them. Rubik has a lot of options, especially now even with the Bane coming out in terms of spell steal. So Rubik, interestingly enough, is actually the second most picked hero in this tournament at 79 games, just behind Gyrocopter as the top pick hero. In North America, I don't think we've seen a lot, to be honest. In fact, if I was to sort this by North America specifically, for this event, I am looking down right now. He's only been seen 3 times, actually. A lot of these heroes at the top are 8, 9 times from what I see here. So yeah, hasn't been played a lot in North America specifically, but overall, all the regions has been seen plenty. Again, a lot to spell steal here, so I think for that aspect alone, certainly setting up to be a good Rubik game. They go with Lich as well. That is interesting because it's shaping up to be an Undying core, would be my guess. We've had history of something like Rubik mid in the past, but I find that hard to believe that's what Team Named is going to go for here. If you are going to run a Rubik mid, you would potentially pick it up later on as kind of a surprise, I suppose, but I think it's going to be more of the offlane Undying. In fact, I think Team Named ran offlane Undying yesterday. They were, I know we saw it at least once. I believe that they were the team to do so. So, potentially going to happen here. Lifestealer coming out for Team Plus. There is certainly a lot of magic on the other side, so, of course, naturally he's good against that with his Rage activation. Is going against Undying, but, again, Rage allows him to man mode anyways into him. And one of these few cores that feels like you can certainly deal with that Undying, and also potentially pretty good at killing the Tombstone as well. So actually you like Lifestealer a lot. Juggernaut coming out with the 4th pick response for Team Named. Solid against Lifestealer. Just always a solid core option in general. Magnus was banned way back in the first set of bans by Team Named, in fact. So we aren't going to see the Magnus-Juggernaut combination, but we are going to see Juggernaut himself at least. And they likely need the mid option. So, again, unless they're planning to run like a Rubik mid, I assume we're going to see a mid-final pick for Team Named. Interesting, though, Team Plus bans out Slardar. So, maybe they know something I don't. Slardar is very good against Lifestealer. So, in that aspect, I kind of understand, but where would they fit Slardar in this lineup? The only way they could fit Slardar in this lineup, it feels like, is if they, I suppose, ran the Rubik mid and had Slardar in the off lane with maybe the Lich and like an Undying Juggernaut safe lane, which doesn't, you probably want to lane with the Lich, though, with the Juggernaut. So, yeah, it would have made the lanes pretty funky, so I'm not sure I'm sold on Team Name necessarily wanting the Slardar, but I guess they just don't want to take the chance, which is fair. They picked up Lifestealer, who overall setting up to have a pretty good game. Slardar would have made it a bit more difficult if they picked it up. So, not going to take the chance. Team Named has 5 seconds. They got to choose quickly as far as their ban goes, and they're literally not going to ban anyone. Interesting. Did we just have an alliance moment? I'm seeing nothing in chat necessarily. I think this is from earlier. Yeah, this is... did they mean to ban Broodmother? And then they accidentally picked it?
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, Brood right now is okay. They do have Sand King and Lena, who potentially are both pretty good at dealing with Brood. And you could argue Bane's actually pretty good, too, with a lockdown. So... and now Team Plus has a chance to react. Hell, they could go like an Earthshaker mid. Is Earthshaker banned? No. They could go Timbersaw, Earthshaker. I don't know if Timbersaw is actually the greatest overall this game, but actually Timbersaw doesn't feel too bad. The mid Timbersaw might not be a bad option. A great laner against Broodmother. And it doesn't seem like Team Named has a lot of weight. They don't have a lot of crowd control at all.
Legion Commander.
I mean, Legion Commander is another hero that certainly deals with Broodmother very well. I don't know. It's one of those. I'd be really intrigued to almost ask a team named after this game if they actually meant to pick Broodmother or if they meant to ban it. Because even before the LC, Brood didn't seem like the strongest pick here, and you also going into a 10th pick. You usually don't want to pick Brood into a 10th pick because of this reason right here. All of a sudden now they have Legion Commander as well, who is a fantastic counter to the Hero Broodmother. So, man, it's going to be an uphill battle for Team Named if they just had a situation. Again, they're not necessarily chatting about it, so obviously they don't want to give that away if so. But I hate to say it, but I think they accidentally picked Broodmother. The fact that they didn't ban a hero and then they picked right after. I call it the Alliance moment because, of course, at TI9, Alliance in their matchup where they ultimately got eliminated in the best of one lower bracket, unfortunately had a very similar incident right there where they went to ban a hero and instead picked it with the final pick because their time ran out. So, and Insania didn't realize at the time. But either way, we have our draft. It's good to go. That last pick LC, so there, I wonder, with the LC coming out, is this still a support Lena? Yeah, Godsey playing the Lena, so it is definitely a support Lena. Sammy Boy on the Legion Commander. So yeah, he's setting up to be in the mid lane, which that makes me wonder if your team name, do you really put Broodmother in the mid lane against LC? I guess they're going to, at least from the looks of it right now. We'll see if he just puts a web down and if they adjust, but with the heroes going elsewhere, I believe they're going to try to stick with this. I mean, Brood, I suppose, is always going to get at least okay farm, but her spiderlings are gonna die. Her spiderlings are gonna be difficult to keep alive. Obviously, there's gonna have to be some prime microing going on from Romjek to make sure to try to keep them alive as long as possible. This cosmetic, by the way, this hero's already so creepy. Something about this cosmetic is just extra creepy. So it's like these Protoss-looking legs, alien-looking legs. It's funky. Anywho, fun way to kick things off for the day. I know the prime match that a lot of people are certainly looking forward to, including myself. Battle of the two undefeated teams so far, Quincy Crew versus Fighting Pepegas. That will be the next series. So, obviously super pumped about that one, amongst many matches throughout the day, of course. But again, solid one here to kick things off for what's 5 best of 2s that'll be happening. And yeah, we're all the way on BTS 7. When I was told to get the stream going on Beyond the Summit 7, I was like, huh? Is that? I didn't even realize we had that many channels at Beyond the Summit. So apparently they do. They have used it before, but there's just so much Dota going on right now with this format that we are on Beyond the Summit 7 now. Well, one of the other channels opens up. I believe China region's finishing up. Maybe Southeast Asia still finishing up. So when those do finish up here in the near future, I believe the plan is to bounce over to one of the, it's either going to be 2 or 3, I believe. So just a heads up there as well. As Bane is going to try to push out both Rubik and Undying to allow Lifestealer to get some solid CS in. But Bane is now in a little bit of trouble. Sonic needs some tangos. He's got a Fairy Fire as well. Brain Zap in 2 seconds. Zap is up. There's a Fade Bolt. Undying has a Decay, and that's the first blood. And I wonder if he maybe Fairy Fire there at the last second. Would have been close, but unable to get it off either way. Godsey, though, gets a kill at the top lane as he takes out Lich. Of course, Sand King involved there. We talked about this in the draft. The opening of the Lina Sand King, very potent, dangerous combo of heroes in terms of going up against. Yeah, if that Lich any bit steps out of position, he is going to be in trouble, certainly. And not much that Juggernaut can do about that. Take a look at the mid matchup, and I can't say I'm surprised. Sammy Boy is dominating the mid. He's 14-8 against a 4-1 Broodmother right now. Lina missing the stun there. On to Lich. Broodmother, the 4 mango build, so has plenty of mana to work with. Solid regen, of course. Certainly needing it. Here's a double damage rune in the top rune spot. Take a look at the CS, though. All 3 cores on the Radiant side are looking pretty good when it comes to their CS. Shu unable to get the deny right there. Up to 16 stacks of deny for, or decay even for a second. But yeah, liking the idea of the offlane Undying. I mean, we've seen a bunch of offlane Ogre, so I guess it's a similar concept. A hero that you usually would see in that support role, beefy hero, instead being ran as a offlaner. I think the biggest difference there is that Ogre, one, he can flash farm a bit better with the Hand of Midas specifically and the multicast procs, and 2, he has stun. So, you know, he could go in, and of course, depending on multicast procs, he has a pretty massive stun potentially. So I'm definitely not as sold on the idea of an Undying offlane as much as the Ogre offlane, but like I said, team name, this is at least the 2nd time they've done it. Jabs, he's probably dead. Yep, that's going to be a kill. Lina will finish the job, and again, this is just, it's almost like a case of Lich. He needs to either just hug the tower or potentially come to the bottom lane, try for a kill. I don't know. It's a tough spot to be in because we go back to there's not much that Juggernaut can do, and Lina and Sand King are going to just keep this pressure up over and over again. So as the levels have added up, Broodmother now has access to doing the jungle a little bit more effective. So that should help Romjek out a bit, but this Legion Commander is just going to have 100% free farm. She already has been, really. She's 29-14 in CS. Bottom lane, by the way. Lucky is, well, do I say it? He's a little, never mind. He's alive. Just barely, but he makes it out of there. Undying running all the way back to base. So an unfortunate use of time right there, but had to be done. 5-minute bounty runes are coming up. And you already can see positioning in the area to protect the bounty rune. Up top here, Elise. Back to the bottom lane. Lift up Yamsum, though. He's going to man up. Yamsum able to click it first. And now Rubik's actually in trouble. Sleep on Undying. Rubik takes it off. But it's then taken off by Lifestealer, I believe that was. And they're going to go for the kill. Just out of range, though. Rubik manages to live. And now Lifestealer has to go back to farming. So they got the bounty rune at least. In fact, was this one? Yeah, this one hasn't been picked up yet. I believe, did they get all 4? They're going to get all 4 in the end. Yeah, so Team Plus gets all 4 of the 5-minute bounty runes. They're suddenly looking at a 2,000 net worth lead. And top lane, life continues to be difficult for this Lich.
Dire structures are fortified.
Looks like Bane is planning a pull soon. What kind of build LC is going to go for this game? Does he just go like drums to really keep out momentum? Of course, an earlier blink isn't out of the question, but Godsea's dead. So this is what I was thinking earlier too. It's like, I mean, you have Lich Juggernaut, so maybe the idea is you just need to play aggressive yourselves. Of course, Juggernaut is level 5 now, so has a level 3 Blade Fury. Bit more damage. Juggernaut's dead though. He manned up a little too much there. Jenkins takes him out, and suddenly that kill they just had is almost negated because they lose a Juggernaut to kill a support Lina. Not what you're looking for. Broodmother has a soul ring, 1,000 gold saved up. See what direction Brood decides to go in this game. Start taking a look at the net worth now. Again, no surprise, Sammy Boy's dominating in the net worth on the LC. Does queue up the Blink Dagger, so
Dire's middle
wants to get
tower
that jump
is under
ASAP.
attack.
I think the argument could be made for drums.
Dire's
Again, slightly
middle
better
tower
stat build, of
has
course,
fallen.
and the idea of just being able to run at them. There is not a lot of crowd control on the other side. I suppose they do have several slows. That would make it potentially an issue even with drums. Lena, by the way, he doesn't have enough mana for an. He actually spun.
Is under attack.
Okay, it is going to be a kill, though. I was going to say, if he just Omni Slashes there, he might have the kill, but don't want to risk bouncing, and had it anyways with the Blade Fury. Oh, look at Sammy Boy. He's hunting. He wants the spiders. Oh, found them. Suddenly a burst of gold. It's got to feel so good. It's almost like an alchemist feeling right now for this LC. Just accelerating like crazy. Broodmother, medallions in the stash, so obviously a good follow-up. That's a duel. Is that enough damage for the victory? No. Shu survives initially, but eventually is going to get killed. Just a matter of time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe Sammy Boy a little too ahead of himself, but I suppose he was the only one nearby, so wanted to make sure to keep on dying there. Sand King already with the Veil of Discord finished. A lot of enhancement for the team. Overwhelming odds is magic, right? Yeah. So it even enhances the overwhelming odds of LC.
Invisibility.
Where is that medallion, man? Brood still doesn't have it. She bought it about a minute ago or so. Sand King? Jenkins trying to make it out up against 3. He stuns over the ledge. He's out of here for now. He's got another 8 seconds, another Burrow Strike. Has a TP. And my game froze. What is happening? What just happened? Dota! Why you do this? All right. We're back. I don't know if a kill happened or not, actually. No one's dead currently, so I don't believe so. Okay. Hopefully good. Here to press the attack over here, and that's because Sammy Boy's looking for an opportunity. He's got a duel. The Frost Shield's up. Is it going to be victory? God, that's so close again. But this time he does get the victory. And there's plus 10 damage. That's a 10-minute Bannerman's coming as well. Burrow Strike out of range of Juggernaut, and he is able to spin TP. Safety. Looks like he just goes to the bottom lane. Wants to continue his farm down there. So Juggernaut is working simply on a Yasha right now.
Tower is under attack.
And I'm kind of wondering if he might be better off going for something like the Maelstrom, just a bit of a flash farming tool in this Juggernaut, because this game is already getting out of hand, and getting an item that sure will make you a bit more sturdier for these upcoming fights. It doesn't feel like that's going to be the ultimate answer, though. Because this game is quickly getting out of hand for the Radiants. You have a 7,000 net worth lead. That is pretty absurd. Of course, LC is a big part of that. Already with the Blink, 1,200 gold saved up. Gonna have to head bottom lane because there's initiation. He amps on pops Rajo. LC is gonna try to kill the Tombstone as he jumped in. So he can't get a Blink off. LSA on top. Out comes the Chain Frost. And that's a good bounce actually coming out. In fact, Juggernaut able to spit away. Laguna Blade hit, but he's surviving for now. No, the Brain Sap happens, or the Fiend's Grip even, and they do secure the kill. But down goes Lifestealer. LC's barely alive. Press the attack activated, and Team Plus does come out on top. Several heroes low on life, though. That was really close. Lifestealer is the only one to fall, however. As the Shrine still has about 45 seconds to use, but yeah, very close call on that dive, but in the end, goes the way of Team Plus. Broodmother, of course, not there. Busy farming the top side of the map. See her dying meanwhile. Has a soul ring and phase boots. Yeah, yesterday I think he went the Hand of Midas as well. That's where I was a little, yeah. Feel like really need him to build these auras for the team. Sammy Boy, meanwhile, just picks off Lich and runs away before Broodmother can do a damn thing.
Scanning.
And he's going to have a Blade Mail at this point very quickly. Bane, Fiend's Grip Soul, 30-second cooldown. Trying to find somebody in the jungle. Juggernaut's nearby. Juggernaut is being seen now by these wards. But without the Fiend's Grip, Bane can't really make a play on him yet. Jenkins going to purchase his Blink Dagger with the Veil. It's 13 minutes of Blink Veil on your offlane Sand King. Not too shabby. And he's going to use it right away.
Invisibility.
Fortunately, it's Undying, so a little too tanky. Laguna Blade, but the Dragon Slave will take him out. Good range there from God Z. He's got that Aether Lens now. He's trying to survive against Juggernaut. Juggernaut, he has an Omni Slash, but he gets done first. Even if he wanted to, he might need to use it defensively here. He is running in. Deciding better of it, though. And with Rubik backing up, Sand King and Luna are going to fall back. LC. He's like, oh, Lich is back up. Let me go kill him real quick.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, he changes his mind. Yeah, he's deciding to go a Desolator instead. Really go the pub build
Dire's
here.
middle tower is under attack.
No, with the acceleration. Understandable. Of course, it will enhance Lifestealer's damage as well quite a bit. Who, by the way, Lifestealer quietly doing his thing. Yamsami, he's got a Midas. Another 700 gold saved up. I assume we're going to see the Radiance build out of him. This takes me back to the Juggernaut of... I guess he is trying to go... So he's just going to go Yasha and then into the Maelstrom. I suppose that's fine. You see using the Hasten right here to go up top. But yeah, they're going to need some way to recover. Specifically on that Juggernaut. Brood's thinking about the Ags next and committing to it with a point boosted purchase. So many webs to come. I think it's considered a pretty core build on the hero now. A few times we do see Broodmother. Hey, to Romjek's credit, he's, I guess he has died once, but he has been farming pretty well. He's recovered. Again, the early laning phase was a struggle as expected against the LC, but he is second in net worth right now. And once he gets the Axe, becomes very fluid in his movement.
Burn, baby, burn. Money to
As
burn.
Rubik is caught there going for the bounty runes.
Radiant's middle tower
So they did
is
manage
under
to get the
attack.
one from Undying, but the other three go in the way of Team Plus again. Oh my god. LC just bought an MKB. Holy crap. He went from buying the Blade Mill to buying a Desolator to just going for the full MKB
Dire's
instead.
structures are fortified.
Well, that's a 15.5-minute MKB already purchased. Of course, pretty good against Incapacitating Bite. Say that 5 times fast. Incapacitating Bite, Incapacitating Bite, Incapacitating Bite. I guess it's not too bad when you say it once. Rage TP. Nope, he's juking. He's like, never mind. Interesting cancel, actually. I wonder if that's because he thought a fight might be breaking out. But look at this Lich melting to the duel. Now, Bane is going to die to Broodmother, but now LC turns his attention over to
Dire's middle
Brood.
tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, gets lifted and slowed down for now, but he's got another blink in 2 seconds. Yeah, this is going to be a kill, possibly. He's going to actually pop his Insatiable Hunger, so heal up for the Broodmother. Meanwhile, up here, a big fight taking place. Lena goes down. Lifestealer trying to finish Undying, though. A couple more auto attacks needed. As Sammy Boy runs in. Nice hit with the Soul Rip. Down goes Lifestealer, but LC finishing the job. Epicenter casted by Jenkins. Doing some damage to Lucky. Lucky taking the stun. He's still alive, though, and TP's coming in with a buyback from Undying. And with Sand King being killed, the Radiant team just has to get out of here. I guess at that point it was just the LC. So yeah, a bit of a scattered fight. LC had different plans. He wanted to go after the Broodmother and finish the job over there, but the rest of the team ended up initiating off to the left. And, well, what do we say all the time? Fighting on top of a shrine is usually not the efficient play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And that was the case there. LC. Uh-oh. LC, he's a lot of net worth right now. Doesn't want to die. He's able to run away in time. He has another blink in 2 more seconds. He's got duel still. He wants that damage. Oh, he can't get it. You know that he was trying for it. But unable to blink back in time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Brood's almost got the Axe finished.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Is
under
buying
attack.
space for Juggernaut as well, who, with the Yasha finished, is planning to go the Maelstrom next.
Double damage.
Yeah, that's the game plan really for Team Named. If they can, obviously this is a great start for Team Plus,
Radiant's
but
bottom tower has fallen.
if they can manage to just buy enough time for this Juggernaut to
Dire are
get back
scanning.
into this game and start contesting in the late game, certainly give themselves a chance. Forced to really play the game of recovery, but LC going to help the team kill Roshan. Looks like LC will be the one to pick up the Aegis. Also hits level 18 off of that, so level 3 duel now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Lich is just dead. That's going to be a duel victory. Right off the bat. Suddenly plus 82 damage.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Get
tower
some insight
is under
there in terms
attack.
of what Juggernaut's thinking. So let's finish the Maelstrom, go with Ancient Yasha. There's another oh, that's a Mjolnir. And then go the Mjolnir. Okay. I was like, wait, 2 Maelstroms. What?
Dire's top tower
Brood
is
taking
under
advantage of the
attack.
axe, but he gets caught. Uh-oh. LSA hits. No duel just yet. He doesn't need it. Godsey, credit for the kill. Good team effort. And they're going to find another duel on Lich. I just feel like it doesn't stop. And Rubik locked down by the Fiend's Grip just north of him. Sammy Boy with a double kill thanks to the nice supporting cast, though. 8-0-8 on this Legion Commander. This has to feel so good playing a game like this on LC. Such a free game that is. And he's going for more, and time's going to be dove. Why not? Ends up being a hat trick. Buyback from Rubik, only to die? No. Okay, Rubik is going to be fine, but that was scary for a second.
Gold for my master.
And the net worth lead suddenly jumps up to 13K. I want to say it was 8K just prior to those couple of kills. So obviously a huge burst there. You see a very steady grow. Yeah, experience. It dropped off a little bit around the 17, 18 minute mark, but certainly at its highest point now. And you take a look at the overall win probability.
Dire's top
95%
tower has
favoring Team Plus.
fallen. Dire's structures are fortified.
Lich TPing in right on top of Bane. Is going to gaze him in, slow him down, does have him dying, and Juggernaut coming over as well. Everyone's coming over. They really want this Bane kill. And damn it, they're going to get it. It's actually all 5 heroes coming together just to take out the Bane, but something. And you do see the Maelstrom
Dire's
finish now on
bottom
Juggernaut.
tower is under attack.
So his farming capability should start shooting up a bit.
Dire's
See him
bottom
currently in that
tower
5th place
has
spot.
fallen.
You know, Lifestealer hasn't really made the best progress though either. I think a lot of this has to do with LC's been soaking up so much farm. Speaking of LC, busy, guess what? Dueling and killing Lich once again. Great LSA, by the way, as Undying is going to fall after it. And Broodmother simply just has to run over the ledge. But yeah, I mean, looking at Lifestealer, still doesn't even have the Radiance finished. Is almost there, though. So, Broodmother caught. Lockdown is successful. And down she goes.
Like grains of sand.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Sand King of Yules now as well. You have Lena just picking up a Yules. So many tools at the disposal here for this Radiant side. A Shadow Blade finish by Legion Commander. So potentially could be seeing maybe that Silver Edge coming out. Having the break effects against Broodmother. Not too bad of an idea. Lich once again caught. No, 12 and 5. It is just struggle life here for Lich. Juggernaut just chilling. There's the Aegis Reclaim. Radiant team certainly using it though. As if they weren't playing aggressive enough already, man. This Juggernaut is just slowly cutting these creep waves. Not really cutting, but pushing out the lane even.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Eventually he's
attack.
going to TP to the top lane. So obviously having to be very safe with this farm. Because definitely is not safe with a spin TP. Both Bane and Legion Commander have the stops for him. You know, he can't play as reckless as some games he could as a Juggernaut.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know. I mean, that was just like, what are you doing? Because they literally just destroyed the Observer Ward right there. Yeah, it made no sense. It doesn't feel like Lich is all that invested right now. Rubik is going to get caught too. Juggernaut mentioned they have stoppers, so Duel isn't ready though. So, but he already spun, and he's just dead now. Yeah, he needed to spin TP immediately. Do you have any chance of getting out of there? Brood's attempting to go with Scythe next. And for a team that certainly is lacking crowd control, love the item choice, but it certainly doesn't feel like that's an answer, because this team's playing together too well on the Radiant side. Oh my god. It's like LC. It's almost like he's just got map hacks against this Lich anywhere Lich is. Just, oh, I'm gonna go. My duel's ready. Let's go for a kill. Oh boy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
LC just gonna go with buy his item at the enemy fountain, because why not? Yeah, they just call it GG. I was gonna say if they don't call it GG after this, like the opponent is literally in your fountain just buying items. All right, it's official though. Team Plus will take the victory and they get their first win. It's got to feel good. Again, they've had a couple of solid games, but certainly facing off against pretty tough opponents on day number 1 in both Quincy Crew and Fighting Pepegas. Well, here against Team Named, they get a good game. The draft, fair to say, a bit of an outdraft. I would lean towards that was a misclick of a pick of the Broodmother. If it wasn't, to be fair, Broodmother played actually pretty good, but it didn't seem like a game that they were set up in the best spot to come through with a victory. So we'll see what adjustments are made from Team Named when it comes to the draft in game number 2. Certainly need to do something different. But Team Plus victorious, looked pretty good doing so, and going to try to carry that into the second game and sweep the series here. Well, again, guys, I'm Breaky CPK. Stay tuned. You're tuning into the MDL Major qualifying coverage of the North American region, specifically Group B here in this stage of the format. We'll be right back with game number 2.